You have been told your entire life that to achieve greatness, you need to add more. More hustle, more late nights, more connections, more side hustles, more noise. Society has sold you on the exhausting illusion of accumulation. But when you study the individuals who have actually reached the absolute pinnacle of human performance, the sovereign creators, the empire builders, the elite operators, you realize they are not playing a game of addition. They are playing a master-level game of subtraction. They are not trying to do everything. They are obsessively, meticulously filtering out anything that does not serve their ultimate vision. Today, we are upgrading your operational software. We are shifting your mindset from that of a frantic employee trying to do it all to the calm, lethal precision of a master architect. It is time to implement the principle of absolute filtration. Look closely at any high-level industrial system. Whether it is a multi-million-dollar manufacturing plant or a high-performance engine, the absolute greatest threat to that system is not a catastrophic explosion. The greatest threat is the slow, silent buildup of microscopic impurities. A tiny amount of debris in the oil, a fraction of a millimeter of sediment in the fuel line, and suddenly a massive, powerful machine grinds to a devastating halt. Your life, your mind, and your daily routine are no different. You are a biological machine capable of generating ungodly amounts of capital, creating breathtaking art, and building an untouchable legacy. But right now, your engine is choking. It is choking on the toxic impurities of cheap dopamine, useless arguments, low-level entertainment, and the meaningless opinions of people who are not on your level. To achieve true sovereignty, you must become the ultimate key account manager of your own existence. When you manage a multi-million-dollar client, you do not leave things to chance. You track the data, you anticipate the friction, you protect the relationship, and you ensure that every single interaction delivers undeniable value. Yet when it comes to the most important account you will ever hold, your own future, your own mind, and your own physical vitality, you operate with shocking negligence. You allow anyone and anything to make a withdrawal from your energy. You let average people dump their complaints into your mental space. You let algorithms dictate your mood before you have even stepped out of bed. This ends today. From this moment forward, you are going to install an industrial-grade filtration system on your life. This means adopting a standard so unbelievably high that mediocrity simply cannot pass through the mesh. Let us start with how you filter your time. Time is the ultimate, non-renewable currency. If you lose $100,000 in a bad investment, you can execute a new strategy and earn it back. But if you waste a Tuesday scrolling endlessly on a screen, that Tuesday is gone forever, swallowed by the void of history. The elite treat their time with an almost religious reverence. They do not say yes to things out of guilt, and they do not accept meetings without a clear strategic purpose. If an activity, a conversation, or a habit does not actively push them closer to their physical, financial, or spiritual goals, it is ruthlessly filtered out. It is caught in the mesh and discarded. Imagine what your life would look like if you applied this level of extreme filtration to your daily inputs. You wake up, and instead of flooding your pristine morning brain with the chaotic news of the world or the artificial highlight reels of social media, you filter it. You only allow in high-level knowledge, strategic planning, or deep, unbroken silence. When you sit down to work, you filter out the distractions. You shut down the extra tabs. You put the phone in another room, and you engage in the kind of deep, concentrated effort that actually moves the needle of your life. You stop being a passive consumer of garbage, and you become a deliberate, intentional producer of value. This filtration must also apply to your internal dialogue. You have to recognize that not every thought that pops into your head is a fact. When you face a massive challenge and your brain tells you, "This is too hard. You should just quit. You aren't ready for this." That is an impurity. That is the weak evolutionary programming of your amygdala, trying to keep you safe and comfortable. The sovereign individual catches that thought in the filter. They look at it objectively, realize it is completely useless for their growth, and they discard it. They replace it with the cold, mathematical truth. This is difficult, which means my competition will quit, which means this is exactly where I secure my massive advantage. You are not broken. You do not lack potential, and you are certainly not destined for an average existence. The only thing standing between you and the untouchable empire you see in your mind is a lack of curation. You are allowing too much noise into the signal. The greatest sculptors in history did not create a masterpiece by taking a block of marble and trying to add more rock to it. They created breathtaking beauty by chipping away every single piece of stone that was not the masterpiece. They filtered out the excess until only greatness remained. Your specific strategic execution for today is to build your personal filtration protocol. I want you to look at the next 24 hours of your life like a master architect auditing a blueprint. Identify 3 specific impurities that you know are currently choking your engine. It might be the hour you spend complaining with a coworker, the junk food you consume that crashes your energy at 2 p.m., or the late-night scrolling that robs you of your vital sleep. Identify those 3 impurities and violently extract them from your routine. Do not replace them with anything else. Just leave the space empty. Let your engine breathe. Feel the sudden, exhilarating rush of energy and clarity that comes when you stop poisoning your own potential. Step into the role of the CEO of your existence. Protect your focus, curate your inputs, and filter your reality with uncompromising standards. You are building a masterpiece. Act like it. Own your path.